I'm reading a book now called Change the World by John Maxwell, and he puts in stories about how people of everyday circumstances have changed the world. There was a guy driving down. He's already got an organization that goes around the world and is taking care of children around the world. Getting them out of poverty, giving them schooling. It was a fascinating statistics. It goes, he said the greatest challenge with poverty and with kids being stuck in a trap is their education. We get that, right? We all know that. The media tells us that the wrong way they tell it, but we get it. But a fascinating statistic is when they did the research, the most meaningful time in a child's life is 3rd grade. If he doesn't get it in 3rd grade, he probably won't. And most kids, I don't even know what 3rd grade is. Elementary? Most kids in elementary don't even know what they're doing there. They tell me to go. I got to worry about if I'm going to get anything. Good thing I got lunch because I don't know if I'm going to get anything for dinner. I hope they have good lunch tomorrow because that's all I'm going to eat. And they're going through all the bad situations. Mom and Dad beat me. I'm just glad to be in school. I don't want to hear. I got to sleep in school because I can't sleep at night because I got to be able to run in case they go crazy. 3rd grade. He was doing great things around the world, change. He was in 200 or 300 nations doing this. It was a big organization. He was going to work one day. He goes to the right to go into his office, but he went left for some reason. Don't even know why he did it. Goes downtown, and it's an impoverished town right next to his office. Remember, his office plans things to change children's world. Goes down, sees the drug dealers dealing drugs, sees the kids playing in the yard that should be in school, sees the parents just not even caring what their kids are doing. And it's at that moment, God said, what are you doing? You're not even changing the kids in your backyard. You're changing them all over the world. What are you going to do about these kids? So he went back to his office and told the people what he saw and how he shared it. Broke their heart, broke his heart. And they started changing their town. And they still did the world. They shrunk their office space down so they could start a private school for the kids to get them out of poverty. They started feeding the kids. They started giving little jobs to the parents that couldn't get a job so they could make a little bit. And they changed that city. It went from like the single-digit worst town in Florida to like one of the best. I mean, can you imagine? In the state of Florida, it was the single-digit worst place that you could possibly live as far as crime and murder and turmoil. Can you imagine raising your kid there? In the worst place. He said it was worse than some of the third world countries he went to. They lived better in some of the third world countries than they lived there. But he changed it in about 4 or 5 years. It's not single digits anymore. It's one of the safest places you can live. The families changed. The people changed because one person cared. And because Jeremiah sat in a quiet place, God's going, will you be the one? Faithfulness. He is faithful to change situations. What if you are the person that's going to change their situation? Because you're faithful to listen to him and you're quiet listening to him. I don't know what we're going to do after next week, but next week we're going to go to Galatians chapter 5. I think 22, 23 is where the list of the fruit of the Spirit is. And we're going to read it, and then we're going to get down further. And then I've got to see what God wants me to do while I'm on vacation. I got an idea, but I'm not sure. We may do miracles, we may do parables, because I think we can get a lot of good out of that. But I'm not going to say yes, because I don't know. And I want to do what he wants, because he knows what you need. He knows what I need. This could just be for all me, I don't know. So, think about that. Are you the one?